I'm so glad to be here, and at the same time, it's very strange for me to make video in English, because it's the first time that I make it. I'm gonna try to slow down because usually, even when I speak in French, I used to speak very fast, and I know that is not the best thing, and I should slow down to be more understanding. I have a lot of apologize to do before starting this video because guys, that I'm used to usually I post French video, so for my French speaker, don't worry, I'm still gonna do some French video, but once maximum of 2 times a month I'm gonna do English video because I want to improve my English, I want to be better, and if we don't go outside our comfort zone, we don't evolve, we don't improve. And I'm used to do a lot of things, and this video was like the hardest thing for me to go outside of my comfort zone because I'm in love. I'm gonna explain to you later in this video, but I'm in love of English language. I just fell in love with English when I was 11, and since that moment I never stopped to speak in English when I can. So I was a type, so I have to tell you guys that I live in France. So the name of the school for me, I don't know how you say in English, but I'm gonna say collège. When I was in collège, I'm the student who used to always choose the hardest way, to do her certificate. So, for example, when you have the option to make in English, I would make in English. It's English. And I love this language. So, I have just started the video and I'm still at the same point, because in fact, I prepare a little bit like this. It's the first time that I prepare YouTube video because if I make in English, I know that I'm the type of person to go he at the same time. And at the end, I don't remember the first idea. So I decided to not. And we're gonna start because, it's been a long since if I don't start, we're gonna be here for a long time. So today we're gonna talk about something I'm used to see in the people and your mindset. So the title of the video gonna be your mindset can change everything in your life, because a lot of people are not aware enough that in fact your brain can change everything. And when I say everything, it's every fucking thing, and the people are just like, no, it's a life, I'm not gonna do that, I'm not gonna do that. Oh, good, but no, it's not in my way, And before start, I'm gonna apologize for my vocabulary, for my accent, for my verb, because for the English people who are gonna be watching me, I'm French, so English is not my first language. So I'm sorry if I do mistakes because there's gonna be a lot of mistakes and I'm apologize, okay? And secondly, the reasons why I've not filming this video before, it's only because I was like, no, I don't have enough vocabulary. I don't know if I can film so much time in English. I don't know. And the time was passed, and I was like talking myself alone in my room, like in English. And I was like, Lilou, you speak like for 20 minutes in English and you're gonna tell me that you can do a video in English? No, no, no. I take my pen, I take my paper, and I write down all my ideas. So, in fact, guys, I already do this video alone, and now I'm decided to filming it, and it's already like 6 minutes. Like I record, so I'm gonna speed myself a little bit. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Lilou, I'm 21 years old, and I'm an entrepreneur since I was 19 years old. Why am I here today? It's simple. It's because I want to be rich. I want to be a businesswoman. I want to be an ambitious woman. In fact, I think you notice that I'm already that woman. I'm already that ambitious woman, and I'm always push my friends, my family to be better, to start their project, to start their ambition, and I'm already that person, but I want to make a lot of money because for the story, my father is a firefighter, so the sentence is very hard. He chose his job for passion and not for money. So I think it's one of my goals to give him more money because he deserves better. He deserves better life because in France, salary is just so miserable. In France, you are the worst shit on the world. Even when you are employee, you are paid like a shit. When you are an entrepreneur, the more that take from you. So it's really like, I don't recommend you guys to live in France. It's just like, and I know for sure they are worst country. They are always worst, but I think for 100% sure that France in ranking is right there, because there is a lot of problem in France. But this is not the topic of this video, so I have to anticipate, like, I think this video is gonna be mindset and presentation at the same time, because I have a lot of things to say. Why am I posting in English after posting only in French before? And one of the reasons is because of the French mindset. When you talk with French people of money, of ambition, they are jealous of you, they are jealous of your goals, and they are always gonna be like, are you sure? Do you really do that? I'm not sure that's gonna be succeed. I don't know. Are you really in security? Like, I'm fucking telling you that I want to start a business, and the first thing that you say to me is, are you sure it's gonna work? Are you fucking serious? Like, I want to start a business, not being an employee all over my life, and this is the first thing you think? This is not a good mindset, And this is why I'm here today, because I know for 100% sure that English people know more and are more able to talk about mindset, to take advice, to give you advice on this, because French mentality is not at all. I'm gonna say, I think like French people are more like employee mindset. Like, they work, and I don't know the word, but you're gonna understand. How's this next to their eyes, and they're just like always looking in front of them, and they're just like, I look at in front of me, and I don't take advice, I don't see the universe sign, I don't see anything except my work, my job. I do the same thing for a lot of people. It's like 40 years, 50 years for sometimes, and they're just like, hey. And this is why I not often discuss with French people about mindset, about ambition. You see this in social media. Like, when you talk about money, French people are like, always criticism, like, guys, I make money. Why you just not asking me how I make my money? Because a lot of people are like, can you give me some? Bitch, I work for that. And when I start my business, you were all like, she's not gonna succeed. This is not like good. And when I succeed, you are like, oh, give me some. Bitch, I can learn how to make. But in fact, a lot of people don't want to work hard like you work, And this is why a lot of people are not rich. They can be rich. But the fact that they think about, no, and for those of you who don't know France, in France, when you start school, we always learn you how to be a good employee. And this is why people are always criticism, always jealous of the success of others. But, and I read this last week, I don't remember how, but I think it was, you can be born poor, but you can't die poor. When you were born, this is like the money of your parents. So you can be poor. It's a fact. But when you grow, if you decide to be poor, it's your choice. It's not the life. It's your choice. It's your mindset. And this is why French people are so like a horse who look in front of them always. They just accept what life gives them. But the fact that they choose this life, The second reason why I decided to post in English, it's simply to go outside of my comfort zone. I already said that in this video, so I'm not gonna back in this point. And another reason is to reach more people. I explained that too, but I want to reach more people because I know for sure that I have a good mindset and I can help a lot of people. And I also want the fact that a lot of people can help me to improve my English, So this is like an experience, like I give you my advice and you tell me if I made some error, some mistakes, and you're like, okay, thanks for the advice. And now you make some mistakes, I'm gonna help you, So this is like an exchange, and for me it's an experience, And the last thing, it's an evidence, like I love English. I love to speak in English, I love to think in English, I love to just speak to me in English, and I'm excited, Like, this is like what it feels. I'm just like, guys, you are in love with someone, and when I speak in English, I'm just the same feelings as if I was in love with someone, And for that time, I never met someone who loved English as I love, and I never met, in fact, someone who love a language as I love English. I'm pretty sure about the fact that there is a lot of people that are like me, maybe. So I think it's all okay. So actually, I'm filming for like 17 minutes. So I think I'm gonna start this video. So the first thing I want to say, and I want to learn you, a lot of people think that there is a big difference between the person who succeeds and you. But in fact, there is no difference. The only difference there is, it's in your brain. It's your belief, it's your thinking, it's always in brain, you know? So when you see Kim Kardashian, when you see Hailey Bieber, when you see Marina Kaye, I take this example specifically because they manifest their life, you know? Like Hailey Bieber is married with Justin Bieber, you know? And Hailey Bieber was one of the most fan of Justin Bieber. She's married with her celebrity crush, you know? So if she can do that, you can start your business, you know? I'm always like telling you guys, before you even start a business, start changing your mind. Start changing everything in your mind, because your mind can change everything in your life. Your minds are the, you know, when I'm telling you that French people always look in front of them, your mind can be more open and you see more opportunity. When you have an open mind, you have more ambitious, you have more, you can see more sign of the universe, you know? And the best advice that I can give you for that point is to imagine that you already that person. When I'm writing about my visualization, about my scripting, I'm always writing down that I am that in capital letters, you know? I am that woman. I'm already that woman who already 10,000 a month, you know? And I'm writing down like this woman live in this apartment, this woman make this for morning, and I'm already making that. This woman manifest her dream life. And every fucking morning I have my notebook in front of my bed and I'm writing. Every morning when I'm waking up, I do not touch my phone. Never stop doing that. You know, your phone can ruin every of your day. So do not touch your phone when you're waking up. Write down everything in your brain and that you want, you know? If that woman that I imagine manifest every morning, I'm gonna manifest every morning. If that woman waking up early to go to the gym, I'm gonna waking up early to go to the gym. Because if I want to be that woman, I have to act like that woman. So it's the same thing. If you want to be Kim Kardashian, you have to act like Kim Kardashian. And the fact that, you know, you always like, okay, so this person is richer than me, this person have that. It's always material, you know? Because when you see the life of these people that you imagine being more than you, you're gonna see that life are pretty like basics. They sleep like you, they eat at the same time like you, they eat lunch like you, you know, they make a lot of things like you. And the fact that the big difference, it's you imagine they succeed because of that. They succeed, and the fact that when you tell that, it's just an excuse. It's just an excuse for you to not being like them, you know? So this is all for that point. If you want me to explain more, let a comment and I will answer you. So another thing, I think you already know that, but your brain makes no difference between fiction and reality. So when you write down, when you're scripting, when you do visualization, your brain don't know if it's real, if it's fake, you know? So it's your decision, it's your action to already imagine the life you want to be. Because when you imagine the life you want to be, your brain gonna search all over your life, all over your 3D, how I can give her, is gonna like, how I can give her all she wants, all she imagines. I see that in her dream last night, but I don't understand. I have to give her what she imagined, because for her, it's already there. It's really like how manifestation work. You know, like you imagine thing, like you already are with your emotion, and after the brain, the universe gonna do the work. You have to stop thinking always like how, like when. No, the universe gonna give you. The universe already give that to you, you know? But the only thing that have to arrive It's in front of your eyes. The time doesn't exist for universe, you know? The time in manifestation, it's only when you see with your eyes, but with your brain, you already have it. This is why the time is like, you don't have to be like, oh, I don't know when it's gonna come in my life. We don't care. You already have this. So stop waiting for it. Because if you are waiting for it, it means like you don't have it, you know? And if you don't have it, you're never gonna have it. So makes everything in your life like you already have it, and it's gonna happen. For the next point, I'm gonna talk about the people around you. You know, people around you have a big impact, have a big, I don't know, but they impact you so much that you can't imagine. This is why the people around you are very important to be choose. I'm gonna take my example. I live in France. So my family, my friends, for a lot of them, money is a problem. You can't have money like that. You can't make 1 million when you live in a family like mine, for example, you know? And this is why it's important to make some wall around you, like you make some dinner with your family. Don't listen to them. Just don't talk about manifestation because they don't believe in that. I'm 100% sure that your family and your friends don't believe in manifestation. So only talk about manifestation with people who believe in that. Because if you're gonna start talking about manifestation and what you want to manifest, they are like, are you sure you're gonna manifest that? I don't think so. And it's gonna employ you some limiting belief, and the fact that this is where the limit belief starts. So when the manifestation doesn't work, it's always and it's often because of the limited belief that your family put in your brain when you were younger. You know, when you make some, I don't know, for example, you have like 11 years old, and when the people ask you what you want to become later, you say, oh, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. They look at you and they say, it's not as easy as it seems. So just you don't want to choose another job that's more easier. And I think you see what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna make more about this topic, but the people around you can stop you in your ambition. And this is one of the reasons why so I'm gonna story time. When I was with my ex-boyfriend, I'm always like, I know for 100% sure that I'm not gonna hit 10,000 euro with him. You know why? Because this is one of his limiting beliefs. He thinks money can be made so easy. So automatically, he's gonna stop in my run. He's gonna stop in my ambition. This is why you should leave. When you feel you have to leave, you should leave. Because you know, nobody gonna work for you. Nobody gonna make money for you. So remember, you are the only person in your life that imports. You are the only person in your life that you have to care. All the other person, if they want to believe that money is not as easy as it seems, okay, but I don't care. I don't think like that. And just don't talk to me about that because I don't think like that. You know? Just stop the conversation. If you, for example, if you want to show them some success about your clients, some success about social media, and they start like, oh, wow, but what you're gonna do after? But do you have enough money? Guys, I just show you my success. Why are you asking me question? Just make some applause. I was just asking for congratulations. So, you know, and this is why you should not share your ambition and your success, because the only person who are proud of you is you. You are the only person you have to show. And this is also the problem in France. Like, whatever you do, you're always gonna have some jealous person around you, you know? So do your work, make your goal, make your ambition, make your project, and just don't care about person around you. At the same time, it joins the next point that I want to talk with you. Stop waiting people and stop being afraid of posting content because of other, because nobody cares. And whatever you do, you're gonna be criticism. Jealous people are everywhere. And this is one of the reasons why there are people who success and why there are people who not. Because the people who have not succeeded in their life, you know why? Because they're always like jealous of other. You know, they could ask them, why, how you do that? Can you learn me how you do that? But no, instead they are just like jealous, like it's not possible, like it's fake. You know, all these comments. If you want to, and if you are like me, you know what I'm doing? When I post on social media and I have some comments like are jealous, I just delete and block them. I make what I want with my account, with my phone, with my shit that I paid, with my work. And you think you're gonna stop me? Anyways, I just block them. If you want to post on social media and are afraid of people, just block the comments. This is all. Nobody gonna run behind you like, hey, you blocked me last week. Oh, body. Because a lot of this, most of the people who comment bad comments, who criticize, who are jealous on social media, don't even show their face. Why give attention to these people? Like, you don't even know them, you know? So just post your content and leave off social media. If you don't want to see them, just go back the next morning and delete, block the people who don't want to be here, you know? So, next point, I'm gonna try to speed because lack of storage, I think it's gonna happen again. But okay, one of the last points is every day is a day to be better. Like, a lot of you guys think like, oh my god, I miss my morning routine, so day's gonna be bad. But you have 24 hours in a day and you have the next day. So stop thinking like, oh, I'm gonna start next Monday, oh, I'm gonna start next month, oh, I'm gonna start next week, next year. Because even next year, you're not gonna start. Because if you do not start today, you're never gonna start, you know? So even it's not perfect, even it's not the best product in the world, start now, you know? And even you miss your morning routine, start today at, I don't know, but at 14 p.m., you know? Like, even start today at afternoon, for example. It was really like a short advice, but I have to remind you, like 24 hours, it's a big deal, you know? And when you have a child, I know it's difficult to be like, but okay, you tell me that, but I have a child, I have a work, I have a husband, you know? But every day is a chance to be better. Every day is a chance to reach more people, to post your content, to start working on your own business. You have to remember, time is money. Every fucking time you are scrolling on TikTok, on Instagram, it's money. You lost money. Because when your things are free, like TikTok and Instagram and YouTube are free, you are the product. They want your attention. So just remember this rule. You have to create as much as you consume. If you want to consume some content on TikTok, you can. But if you want, for example, to consume for 1 hour, you have to create from 1 hour. To learn some new skill, read a book, improve your own development, improve some language, for example, English. You have to be better every day and not just consume some content, because if you want to manifest a lot of things, you have to take action. Because even the universe gonna give you what you want. If you make no action, nothing gonna happen. And sometimes a lot of you guys want a better life, but you do not think for. At the same time, it's just a logical question, like you want a better life, but you don't want to change your routine. How you want your life change, but you do the same thing every day. It's not fucking possible, and you have to be aware of that in your mindset. A lot of you are also afraid of the change, you know? But change your habits can be just like posting 1 time a day. Like you never post before, so posting 1 time a day, it's just like a big thing to do. And you change your life like that. So, you know, it's just an example, but I recommend you to read this book to more understand the power of habit and what it really can change in your life, because you have to be aware of that. Like every fucking thing you do in your life can change everything and can make you a millionaire, you know, guys. But last thing, I promise, don't underestimate reading. Reading, it's like the best thing ever you can do. It's improve your mindset, it's improve your development, it's improve your language, it's improve your vocabulary, and a lot of things. Like it's the best thing on earth. Because, for example, when you have a family with a closed mindset, with a negative mindset, reading can help you go outside of their belief, you know? and also for your own development. If you want to sell some product, sell some digital thing, you have to learn a lot of things on marketing, on social media, and yes, you can, and you have everything in book. Because a lot of you are like, oh my god, a lot of formation are so expensive, I can't afford that, I can't. A book, it's like 15 euro, a max of 20 euro. You're gonna tell me like books are expensive? I'm sorry, but you never read book if you're telling me that. Anyway, so I'm gonna tell you a story time. When I decided to read every day at a loud voice. This is a time like I was talking with people and I start forget my word. But not like complicated word, like basic word. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't remember this word. And I was like, oh my god, maybe you're scrolling too much, Lilou. Like you start to forget some word. And I was like, no, I can't let this happen. Where will live if I let this happen? No, ever. And since that moment, I start reading again, and it's never happened again. The thing that happen often, it's like I have the word in English but not in French. But this is not the same problem, and I love that fucking problem because I feel like, yeah, I know I speak too much English to forget my French word, and it's okay, you know? So, I promise you, we arrive at the end of this video. I promise you guys, the next one gonna be shorter, I hope. But I think this video was so long because I have to explain you something like why I'm starting video in English, why I post before in English, you know, a lot of stuff like that I'm not gonna explain again in the other video. So I hope guys enjoy this video, and just remember, you are your only limit. The only limit is yourself with your brain, not the other, not the universe, not your life, not everything happen in your life. You. If you think positive in your life, you're gonna attract positive. This is like a basic things, you know, to like positive attract positive, negative attract negative, but this is real, you know? When something happened in your life, I'm gonna give you an example. In December 2025, I have a car accident. Like I make aquaplaning, and it was really like scary. I was really like afraid after that, and was not like, oh my god, it's gonna be so expensive. Oh my god, I could be dead. No, I was like, okay, so imagine tomorrow a new car accident happens and you can't work. How are you gonna do money? You have to do money when you sleep, because if tomorrow something happened like that, or maybe worse, how are you gonna live? Nobody gonna help you. You know, in France, the financial help are really like shit. So if you don't work enough to maybe prevent an accident, and especially when you are an entrepreneur, you have no help, you have not the same help as employee, and even the employee have not so good help, you know? So as an entrepreneur, if tomorrow something happen, I'm in the shit, you know? I have to know how to make money when I sleep. So anyway, it's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. We arrive at the end of this video. I hope I haven't made a lot of mistakes, but in fact, I know, especially on the verb, I do a lot of mistakes, and I apologize. I promise you guys, I'm gonna improve myself, and the next video is gonna be better. I'm pretty sure about this, that I'm gonna improve myself. The more video I make, the more I'm gonna be better. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see later. And my next video gonna be in French, but if you want English subtitle, I always put them. So goodbye and have a good day.